I'm up on stage, and all the rage I feel inside of me. I hate it when they lie to me, and they're dying to see. So I'm trying to be what they want to see, but they're hunting me, don't know what they want from me. So here I am again, running amok. My luck is up, I'm stuck like Chuck. My brain's been picked and plucked, I'm fucked. My mortal enemy is stuck in a portal sending me luck. Flocks of sounds and cages, nouns merge with verbs, and an urge to disturb my pages. And that enrages the writer's block engages. Deaf and dumb thespians take the silent stages. With their cobweb throats they can't sing any notes, so the audience begins dispersing. The actors get pissed, they start cursing. They're tired of rehearsing. They're ready to do the damn show. They're ready to go. You know what I mean? Fuck the quarantine, fuck COVID-19, fuck a fucking vaccine. Social engineering at the center stage, about to go full circle when we turn the page. Miss Deborah Burks, you old bitch, putting COVIDs on obits and certificates, it's ridiculous. We should be enraged and irate at our newfound fate, and change the current state of mind controls. As Mr. Gates pulls the levers of power from his ivory tower, he is a Zionist, a mad scientist. With unlimited funds, we need to run, or we need to get some more guns. And we need to do that shit while it's possible, cause pretty soon I swear it's not gonna be optional. Are you hearing me? The wealthy be stealthy, ushering in this tyranny. I don't want a mask, give me an Uzi. I want my freedom. I don't want to be some frog in a stovetop jacuzzi. The temp of the water getting hotter, cannon fodder like lambs to the slaughter. Every American, grab your sons and your daughters. Go outside, get you some vitamin D and some sunshine. Everything seems just fine. Look at Sweden, they didn't shut down shit, nobody's dying. Not any more than any other year. They let that shit go in and go right out the other ear. I wish that we could do it here, but we so full of fear. They might hurt you if you break curfew. They might hurt you if you break curfew. They might hurt you if you break curfew.
American Embassy back in Jerusalem. The American Embassy back in Jerusalem.
Go, Big Red. Go, Big Red. Let's hear it. Go,
come on,
Big
Blue
Red.
Team. Come on, man.
Go, Big Red.
Let's look alive out there, Blue Team. Let's play some defense now. Come on, D up.
I don't care what you think about me, I'll be just fine. I don't care if your eyes ever see or you stay blind. I'm trying to be the light beneath the light, and I'm gonna try. Here we go. Now, I got something on my mind and it's been bothering me for some time. So now I'm gonna hear the deaf and see the blind, and hope I find the lesson to the message in my rhyme. You see, if I speak honestly or emphatically, and I say one little thing that's negative about the president, then automatically I gotta be a resident of the other side. Why? That's absurd. The left wing and right wing are on the same bird. Huh. Red team, blue team, we need a fucking new team. Donald J. Trump's part of the same old routine. Behavior. Trump is not Q. Q is not a savior. What the fuck's he gave you? Some clues? Kept you confused? Q is just a part of the illusion, the confusion, not the solution. If Q knows the truth, then why's he gotta hide it in a clue? So you stay undecided and more divided. I don't buy it. You know what I trust? I trust the pandemic. I don't care what you think about me, I'll be just fine. I don't care if your eyes ever see helter skelter, shelter in place. Social distancing is not enough space for these noble moguls to piss in our face. It's a disgrace. Nobody fights back, nobody bites back. And once they're gone, no, we ain't getting our rights back. Why is that? Cause we acted like a bunch of soft bitches. Call up the cops if your neighbor got a cough, stitches, wind up in ditches. I hope I get to smell these Hollywood witches when they burning in hell. But right now I can tell we still under the spell. We fell. If you don't take pause and recognize your cause, they're coming for your balls. Red flag laws, government teeth and claws. I don't want my taxes paying for no fucking vaxes that they fast track. Cue up the laugh track, grab you up a knapsack and some provisions, because we got some decisions to make about our future of our nation and what we're facing. Contact tracing, legal interrogation, one PlayStation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for none. Have they won? No, not yet, but they're close to completing the lobotomy. With precision and 2 scalpels of division, they make the incision the false dichotomy. And it's gotten me feeling animosity toward the aristocracy. I want the blood of the royal elite to flood the street and irrigate the field. How dare you motherfucking pigs bang on your shields? Nobody died when Kaepernick kneeled. I don't care what you think about me, I'll be just fine. I don't care if your eyes ever see or you stay blind. I'm trying to be the light beneath the light. And I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Democracy. And I'm gonna try. Turn into a technocracy. I'm gonna try. Before our very eyes. And I'm gonna try. Government only exists. I'm gonna try. Because we allow it to. I'm gonna try. In our minds. I'm gonna try.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing on this? Thank goodness it's Friday afternoon, evening, yeah. So we got Riddle Girl in the chat, giving us a little warm up, right? Getting everybody involved, telling some jokes. Some I've never even heard of before. So congratulations, Riddle. You told some lame jokes that I didn't even know about. So pretty good. What's up, HDP? How you doing? Broken Patriot, Scott W is in the house, and I saw Gerald B was here quite early while I was still setting it all up, so welcome. If you caught in here during the normal song, you missed the other one that I played of Adam Lawson, because tonight I decided to play the break quarantine one, which I also like that one a lot too. I don't know, I might try to change that up a little bit, maybe find some other ones too. I don't really get monetized anyway because of the topics that we talk about. So, you know, maybe I'll find some decent music to put on here. It is almost Saturday. You got any plans for the weekend, guys? HDP, you doing anything? Broken Patriot, what you doing? You doing anything on the weekend? Gerald B, I see that you went and got some toast for your wife. When you gotta have toast, you gotta have toast. This weekend for me, I will be going out to the desert, hopefully, or maybe a private place and testing out the new toy that I picked up this morning. By the way, here it is, or here's the box. Right? Very cool. Very nice box as far as boxes go. And it's got instructions there, which are kind of confusing to a first-time buyer, but whatever. And then there's where it would sit if it were to be sitting in here. Oops. Color correction on the camera is pretty bad. Mr. Tommy Boy 9, what's up? How you doing? I just slept 4 hours, but not staying up. Wifey needs tucking in. Okay. Well, thank you for joining. Granddaughter's first birthday. We're having a party Sunday. Right on, bro. Right on. Congratulations and happy birthday to your granddaughter. HDP, I rotated my tires tonight, so weekend's gonna be whatever I'm assigned. So, like, the wife's in charge of what you're doing this weekend? Is that what you're saying, HDP? What's that? You must not have been here for last night's chat. What's this? I got it out of NFA gel. I was able to pick it up this morning. It's a Vox Energetic Arm Minute. Box S. Pretty good for 300 blackout, which this is a 300 blackout. And then I went ahead and picked up some 300 blackout subsonics. So hopefully we can find a place to take a couple shots tomorrow. That's the plan. We'll see if it happens. Pretty happy about that. It only took technically about 6 months. The waiting time was about 6 months, which they said it was going to be like 10. So we got it like 3 to 4 months early. So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend for me. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know if I want to get others. They're not cheap. I mean, there are some that aren't that expensive, and I already have a trust, so it's not that hard to get another one. I mean, you still have to wait the waiting period and all, but like the Po' Boys, those are only $200 plus the $200 tax stamp. So technically, that's kind of inexpensive, only $400. This is not one of those. It's not one of the more expensive ones though either. I think it was like $600 plus the two. So anyway, let's get to some of the news. Oh, by the way, today we are going to have an after chat. If anybody's interested in hanging out after the chat is over, we can do that as well. First story that we're going to be touching on is the unemployment could reach 30% in the U.S., says St. Louis Fed Bullard. This seems like, well, yeah, duh, of course, with everything going on. But I want you to take notice of the date on this. This was in March the 23rd. What kind of pistol brace did you use? I'm using a knockoff of an actual pistol brace. I forget the original manufacturer of that pistol brace. Yeah, real girl doesn't know either. Come back on Monday and I'll see if I can find it. And I'll let you know. It's pretty cool. It's all skeletonized, right? Got the red and black theme going on. It looks lightweight, but it's heavy as hell. Well, it's at least as heavy as a 16-inch rifle. And with the suppressor on it, it's it's about a 14-inch barrel if you counted the suppressor. Still under 16. But the barrel itself is 8.2, and then the suppressor is like 6, I think. $600 bonus ending this month. Let's see how the economy stays afloat. Bonuses, huh?
Yeah, the unemployment bonus.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I didn't just buy this pistol. This was something I've been building for like 2 years. And then in December, I got a Christmas present of the suppressor, which I got in July. So I like nice stuff. I can't afford it, so I build it little piece by little piece. What's up, Broken Patriot? Man, it's going to be hot this weekend. I know. They're saying like 117. So this was published in March before the pandemic or plandemic. This is a planned, organized, partial shutdown of the U.S. economy in the second quarter. The overall goal is to keep everyone, households and businesses, whole. It is a huge shock, and we are trying to cope with it and keep it under control. That's Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis President James Bullard explaining to Bloomberg News why he sees the U.S. unemployment rate hitting 30% in the coming months as the world continues to grapple with the C virus pandemic. If his gloomy jobs projection proves to be true, unemployment would be worse than it was during the Great Depression and 3 times worse than the 2007-9 recession. Bullard also expects an unprecedented 50% plunge in gross domestic product. Well, yeah, because nobody can go to work. I just found this interesting. It's not a real big story, but I found it a little bit interesting. The main thing and what's this evening's titled chat is Elon Musk is updating us on the Neuralink computer brain tech that is coming soon. Yeah, I did not know about this. Real Girl turned me on to this story. Elon Musk has said an update on the progress of his Neuralink implant device, which connects a computer directly to your brain, is coming next month. Neuralink aims to develop ultra-high bandwidth brain-computer interfaces, and in a tweet, Musk said 28th of August we'll see the first update to Neuralink since announcing the brain-machine interface project in 2017. I wasn't even aware of this. I did not know he was trying to do this. When Musk revealed Neuralink, he hyped the technology as an answer to the threat of artificial intelligence. This dude is out there, man. This dude has watched way too many movies of iRobot or some shit, which he said presented an existential risk to humans. I don't know. Have you seen the one supposedly autonomous robot who is on all the talk shows?
Sophia.
Well, Sophia?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching a little bit of that. Apparently, there was one person who kind of outed the whole system. You have to submit your questions in advance, and they only select certain questions for her to answer. And basically, they program her and then hit play. So, I mean, there is some things that she can do on her own, but those aren't her own answers. So, the whole AI thing, I don't know if I buy into it. What's up, Doomer? How you doing? Gabriel Montoya, here we go again. Fossey says he hasn't even got through the second wave. Meanwhile, Europe is opening up. Yeah, I had a video queued up. Apparently, there's a rumor going around that Fauci's wife is the sister of Ghislaine Maxwell, which is, you know, the madam of Epstein. Apparently, that's a rumor, though, and not necessarily true.
Yeah, it's apparently just because she has the first name of Christine that they're trying to claim that it's her, but it's not. They're not the same.
Right. Yeah, and then they moved her to a new jail cell and all that. It's some crazy shit. Yeah. Neuralink aims to develop ultra-high bandwidth brain-computer interfaces. Oh, wait, I read that part. Sorry. Musk thinks his direct brain-to-machine interface, or neural lace is what he's calling it, would help humans avoid becoming house cats to artificial intelligence. Humans, like computers, could be updated with additional intelligence in the future, but in the short term, he thinks Neuralink technology can help treat conditions such as epilepsy, depression, and spinal injuries. Now, this I'm kind of cool with. I mean, but all great things usually start off with good intentions, right? But, I mean, we know some people. I mean, everybody probably knows somebody who has a brain problem, or at least, I guess maybe you don't. But to have people that can't communicate because, you know, they're there inside, but they can't communicate for whatever reason, or maybe they are mentally challenged after that, to have that come back, that would be amazing. Just saying. But then, you know, you get the government involved, and pretty soon we're all a bunch of super soldiers. Who knows? Also with Fossey, what I saw was that he did a whole, you know, interview with his mask on, and as soon as he thought the cameras were off, which they weren't all off, he took the mask off. I don't buy a damn word of this shit. And then Arizona has got so many. Oh, did you send me that thing of Arizona? Yeah, send me that link, Riddle. Apparently Arizona's got so much of a death rate going on that we can't have like morgue beds. Right? We have to bring in, what was it?
Refrigerator
trucks in order to house all the dead. Bull crap. And they do that apparently every year, every summer, because it gets really fucking hot around here, and homeless people, unfortunately, some pass away from it.
Yeah, it was definitely a different spin depending on who they talk to. This particular link, though, seemed to be pretty balanced, I guess.
Yeah, drop it in the chat, and it's easier for me to click on that than it would be to go into my email and find it. So, yeah, I don't know. The neural lace, that's kind of an interesting story. Definitely going to keep my eye on it. Let's see. He's also given his thoughts on whether Neuralink technology could be used to rewire parts of the brain responsible for causing addiction or depression. For sure, this is both great and terrifying. Everything we've ever sensed or thought has been electrical signals. The early universe was just a soup of quarks and leptons. How did a very small piece of the universe start to think of itself as sentient? Wrote Musk. Well, I guess if you believe in science, who can't get shit right, like even now, we have the world's leading person in global warming or climate change, right, come out and say, you know what? This has all been a hoax this whole fucking time. And now they're trying to shut his ass down because he's going against the program. But I mean, he was one of the top guys. So tell me you believe in science. Whatever, man. Science is ever evolving. We're always learning new shit. To believe in science is to have a lot more faith than believing in a being of creation. You know what I mean? It's just my opinion. Obviously, if you have a different opinion, that's fine for you. Neuralink technology works by drilling small holes into the brain and inserting thread-like electrodes that avoid blood vessels. As with Tesla's push into the level 5 fully automated driving, which he stresses depends on regularity approval. Musk says gaining approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is quite difficult. I would imagine so. The FDA, although you got a shit ton of money and you just sent people to space, I think you probably are going to have a decent time getting that done. Just saying. Brain injuries suck. I've been right after my second stroke. Well, imagine if you could get all your faculties back. I mean, that's kind of cool in a way. It's a little scary too at the same time. Thank you, Riddle Girl, for the link. I'll click on that in a second. They're saying the morgue full, no space, looking like they're saying Arizona is the worst in the nation. Yeah, agreed. And that's what we're going to be reading here. I'm going to go ahead and click it and then bring it over. I like your opinion, says S. Reed. Well, thank you. I like your opinion of my opinion. All right, let's see.
To a sign that positive cases are leveling off. A day after the governor pointed to a sign that positive cases are leveling off, we're also seeing signs of trouble ahead as hospitals and the state's largest medical examiner's office look to add more capacity to store the bodies of those who could not recover from COVID-19. Today we learned 44 more Arizonans died, bringing the statewide total closer to 2,100. The Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office says they need more coolers and more staff as the toll of this pandemic and the death count is adding up. The state has a fatality task force, quote, monitoring the situation. Lots of developments as we're learning hospitals also need to add more capacity for bodies. ABC 15 reporter Nicole Grigg with that part of the story.
It is alarming to think about hospitals having to bring in refrigerated trucks to help store bodies. However, I am told that this is part of the state's emergency plan for hospitals to be prepared. Abrazo Hospital says that at this time they have ordered the trucks, but they are not needed.
It is very scary out here.
The mayor of the country's
That's very important. They've ordered the trucks, but they're not needed
fifth
yet.
largest city
That, to me, is just scare tactics right there at this point. Broken Patriots got to get your head drilled in. Oh, you got a blood clot in your brain? Yeah, brain? Apparently I do too, bro. I need to talk to my doctor. Damn, that sucks, bro. Yeah, I would imagine that's bad. I might listen to my doctor on that one, but you got to do you.
Going on MSNBC on Friday with this news.
Maricopa County, which is our county public health agency, just announced that they are going to be getting refrigerated trucks because the Abrazo healthcare system has run out of morgue beds.
Abrazo saying that's not the case in a statement, calling it a proactive step, saying Abrazo hospitals currently have adequate morgue space. Maricopa County says the medical examiner's office is near 96% capacity. And for the first time, we're learning the state has a fatality management task force that is, quote, monitoring the situation. Wendy Smith-Reeve, the state's former director of emergency management, says the feds have a disaster mortuary operation response team if needed.
You might not need all of it, but some of that might be helpful for the system. So it helps move and process those individuals that have unfortunately succumbed to either the virus or something else. But if the systems are getting overwhelmed, that is a resource at the federal level that could be requested.
Maricopa County saying in a statement they're near capacity for body storage and they need more coolers and staff. But they said in part, quote, this is a situation that occurs almost every summer and is further complicated by the current pandemic.
Wait, this happens every summer in Arizona. Let's read this. Thank you for your inquiry. The county only handles those cases that are under the jurisdiction of the Office of Medical Examiner, OME. Those are sudden, unexpected, or traumatic deaths. Our planners at Unified Command are moving toward acquiring coolers and staffing because OME is currently near capacity for body storage. This is a situation that occurs almost every summer and is further complicated by the current pandemic. There is a statewide fatality management task force which is monitoring the situation. Yeah, it's hot here, man. People die of the heat.
It's not uncommon, especially during high heat, when you have heat-related deaths, think homeless or others that are.
But they're probably counting them all as COVID.
To the heat, those conditions take a toll on your body.
Staffing
Don't
for
forget George Floyd had COVID confirmed.
Arizona. Last week
so
we were told that the state
too.
was working on a contract to bring in out-of-state medical workers. However, a week later, as of today, I am told that that contract has still not been signed. Reporting in Phoenix, Nicole Gregg, ABC 15.
To be honest, I really hope that the mayor of Eager runs for the governor of Arizona, because Doug Ducey is about out, and somebody needs to, I'm sure people have contacted him. Hopefully he'll consider running for the governor of Arizona, because that dude is somebody that we could use. And if you don't know who the mayor of Eager is and that whole story, I did a chat on that a couple of days ago. So thank you, Riddle Girl. Is there any more to this story in here, or is it just basically the same thing? Do you know? Same stuff. Okay. Yeah, I like videos sometimes. I do better with videos. I don't have to read a video, so that always helps. They also say that it causes brain damage in children. What does?
COVID-19.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Weird. Our deaths are flattened out while positive cases rise. Yeah, how does that work? How is Nevada doing, HTP? I mean, I would imagine it's pretty bad. I think I remember you saying something about the city, Las Vegas being pretty bad. Luckily, Tony got out of there when he did. He called Ducey Lord Fuckwad. Fuckwad. Nice. Well, he's almost out, right? Is this November his last? Yeah, because, they were trying to recall him, but I'm like, he's almost done. We actually have term limits for our governors here in Arizona, which is amazing. Although Janet Brewer, I kind of wish she had been able to stick around an extra term, because she started doing a half a term because she took over for somebody else. Our governor sucks and that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Really? Wow, I haven't heard that one. And they want kids back in schools this fall. Something sounds suspicious. Well, yes, the people who don't believe in the pandemic think the kids should go back to school. the people who are trying to keep control over the American citizens want to keep control as much as possible for as long as possible, because they see this as a good way to bring down America. And that's what the leftists and the communists and the socialists want, right? That's why they're tearing down statues. That's why they're trying to erase our history. They want to tear down America. What better way than to tear it down financially as well, right? We've already shipped most of our jobs overseas. We don't really manufacture much anymore. And now what little stuff that we did have, you can't even do because of this pandemic going on. So yeah. Then you just printing out free money for people. I mean, I enjoyed my $2,400. I did pretty good with it. I didn't go out and blow it on, hookers and blow. So that's good. I bought.
Not that I would let you.
That you would know.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. Homeschool. You know what? You are 100% right. I wish I had done it. I was homeschooled as a child, and the reason I didn't homeschool mine was because I came out a little bit awkward. I'm probably still a little bit awkward, but it took me a long time to figure out social interactions because I was homeschooled for a long time. Teachers are here talking about another strike. Yes, there is going to be another strike here pretty soon. Let's go to that story, actually. Labor unions to link these fights in a new and deeper way than ever before. They're teaming up with radical protesters for a mass walkout on July the 20th. Get this one on your radar. A national coalition of labor unions, along with radical and social justice organizations, will stage a mass walkout from work this month as part of an ongoing reckoning on systematic racism and police brutality in the U.S. Dubbed the Strike for Black Lives, tens of thousands of fast food, rideshare, nursing home, and airport workers in more than 25 cities are expected to walk out off the job July 20th for a full-day strike. Those who can't strike for a full day will walk out for about 8 minutes, the amount of time prosecutors say a white Minneapolis police officer held his knee on George Floyd's neck in remembrance of black men and women who died recently at the hands of police. So if you need these kind of services, you definitely want to know about this for sure. Our supermarkets are low due to ingredients from China.
He was asking, Can you get cleaning supplies where you are?
Oh, okay, sorry. I keep going to the bottom first, and I probably shouldn't. Your 2,400, you mean Riddles? Yeah. Well, I got a little. She allowed me to think I had a say in that, so I appreciate that, Riddle. Eastwind Farms, I have them delivered via Amazon. Would you like to buy some Clorox wipes? Yeah, you sell them on eBay for like about $100 a box.
Yep.
Although she got in trouble for price gouging, which is bullshit. But I mean, it's not like we bought like a whole warehouse full and selling them. Anyway, I don't believe in price gouging, but that's just me. Cops should strict for better and training. Strike for better and training. Yeah. Well, police officers are quitting en masse. And I've made it very apparent I'm not really a fan of most police officers. I believe that a police officer takes an oath to the Constitution, also takes an oath to the state laws, and you can't really serve two masters. It's one or the other. So usually when they're pulling you over and asking you for your ID, they've already broken the Fourth Amendment. So even the oath keepers, I don't know, man, it's really rough. And then the ones that don't say anything when their buddy does something wrong, because it's my buddy and thin blue line. Well, you're just as bad as your buddy was, right? The cops that were around George Floyd that didn't do what the main cop did, they're just as bad because they didn't speak up. They didn't turn him in. They didn't even ask him to get off the dude's neck, right? And that's just one example. There's plenty of examples. I'm sure there's plenty of instances where evidence goes missing, and other police officers know about it, but they don't say anything. Now, some do, right? And they get in trouble. They either get fired, which if they get fired for saying something, and standing up, I consider them a good cop. but now they're an ex-cop, unfortunately. If they stand up and say something and they try, but they get in trouble, but they don't get fired, well, now they know that if the next time happens, to keep your mouth shut or you might get fired, right? So at that point, they're just going to, toe the line, which is no better than the guy that's doing it. That's the basics of my opinion. I'm not going to go into it any more than that. The Rona might be mysteriously disappearing right after the election. Well, we already talked about what's coming next. There is that unknown pneumonia to be on the lookout for. So the GOP congressman introduced a new bill on Thursday that's going to make it a federal crime to assault any law enforcement officer during a riot. Okay? I'm actually surprised that's not already a thing. I could have sworn that you assault a police officer, you're already going down pretty good, if you even make it there alive. You know what I mean? Forced vaccinations? I don't know. We haven't even seen the real effects of the economy shut down yet. Wait till November. Yeah, it's going to get much, much worse. Cops have to execute the terrible laws passed by the lawmakers. They don't have to. They don't have to. Basically, they are the fast food cashiers that deals with all the trash in the higher pass, basically with a no-win situation. They could be a sheriff's deputy. A deputy is a constitutional law enforcement, at least. The police force was not the founding fathers did not want a private police force like that. The police force is out there just to take revenue. They're basically like the protection racket of the mob. And the mob being the government, your local government. But cops have a choice. Now, they might have to pay the repercussions if they choose to err on the side of freedom, like the governor or like the mayor of Eager, Arizona says. But they have a choice. You always have a choice what you're going to do in life. So no reward for inciting organized turmoil. So somebody really tried to make the acronym say riot. So this is the No Riot Act of 2020. The no reward for inciting organized turmoil.
What about the Karen Act?
Yeah, the Karen Act too. That was funny. I don't have that up on me though. Has full support from several representatives. I join most Americans in being appalled by increasing attacks on our law enforcement nationwide, Bishop said in a press release. Current U.S. code establishes strong penalties for assaulting or killing a federal officer. Pretty sure you get a pretty good sentence if you kill anybody. But you're going to get added on now if he's wearing a costume? I don't know. The thing is, I have a hard time with this because a cop can kill somebody, and if it's not in this day, where if the dude's white, nobody gives a fuck, right? The cop gets off scot-free. I don't know how many times we've seen cops get away with blatant murder. The one in Mesa here always comes to mind when I get onto this topic, right? Getting away with blatant murder. Nothing ever happened to that guy, right? But if you shoot a cop, let's say there was that instance, I forget her name. She's also part of the protest, right? She was a paramedic. Right? They bust into this house serving a no-knock warrant in the middle of the night. They have the wrong house. They already have the suspect in custody. They don't realize it, though, for some reason. So they bust into the wrong house with a no-knock warrant, shoot her in her bed. Her boyfriend or husband, I don't know which, shoots back because he's thinking they're getting broken into. He hits a cop in the leg, and now he's being charged with attempted murder of a police officer. I mean, what in the world? How in the world is that okay? You know what I mean? And now with this, they would add an extra charge. And, that's the same thing with, like, hate crime and adding an agitator of hate crime, which adds extra time. All murder is hateful. You know what I mean? I don't know what murder isn't. Like, man, I love you, bro. You know what I mean? Karen Act. Real girl shared a link. All right, I'm not clicking it though. Trump already says he's going to use the military to administer the vaccine. Question is if it will be mandatory. Yeah, I haven't really covered that one. I haven't looked into it enough. Probably because I don't really want to. But I would definitely not be a fan. And I'm already not a real fan of Trump, but I don't know. What can you do? Decan Limp bring murder from a no-knock warrant. This was never in the news. Okay. Duncan Limp being murdered from a no-knock warrant. Yeah, wasn't that the one where they killed him while they were outside of his place and they shot through the window, which was definitely probably some idiot with his booger hooker on the trigger, right? And then, mysteriously, camera footage didn't happen. We don't know what happened to all the body cam footage is all missing from all the officers all at the same time. I stopped the video and we'll watch the rest in about 5 hours. Night. See you, TB9. Thank you. What do you think about Ilhan Omar's new bill? We do have a little bit of here about Ilhan Omar, but it's not about her bill. It's about her paying her new husband consulting fees. We have Fusion GPS just got up to $1 million in COVID small business relief for 15 employees. Because Fusion GPS doesn't have enough money, right? Fusion GPS, the group that hired former British spy Christopher Steele to investigate whether Trump campaign colluded with Russia during 2016 election, received hundreds of dollars of coronavirus relief funds through the Small Business Administration Paycheck Protection Program. Records obtained by ProPublica shows that Bean LLC, the parent company of Fusion GPS, applied for and received anywhere between $350,000 and $1 million. Fusion GPS reportedly claimed that it needed the money to retain 15 employees. 15 employees, that's almost $100,000 per. I don't know. More bullshit. The DA prosecuting Albuquerque Patriot linked to Soros funding. So if you guys remember this story, they were trying to tear down a statue. There was a shooting. People thought that he was shooting without cause. Then the video came out where the guy was attacking him with a skateboard and apparently 2 knives. And it's been justified shooting now. But the prosecutor is still going to go after him because he's getting paid by George Soros. When it comes to blue parts of the country supporting lawlessness and anarchy, one need only dust the surface to find fingerprints of globalist and anti-American mega-billionaire George Soros. Soros has flown largely under the radar, with one of his signature strategies trying to influence elections at the local level by shoveling massive amounts of money towards corrupt officials like prosecutors who will refuse to enforce the rules that clash with their agenda. As an added benefit, some will openly antagonize law-abiding citizens, as was the case recently with Bernalillo County District Attorney Raul Torres, who was given the prosecution against the Second Amendment patriot Stephen Baca. Baca shot an all-black clad protester during an Albuquerque demonstration to tear down a statue last month after the man, Scott Williams, assaulted him with a skateboard and appeared to be approaching him with 2 knives in hand. And you can see right here in this photo, if I bring up the video, I can make it a little bit bigger, but he's got a knife in each hand. And this is before the guy shot. Torres, whose 2016 campaign received $106,000 from radical New Mexico Safety and Justice PAC, is one of dozens of George Soros subsidized subversities who could put social justice above equal justice, wrote Michael Malkin in a recent op-ed for CNS News. And here's a list of other Soros-backed prosecutors. So St. Louis, Cook County, Barracks County, San Antonio, and Commonwealth Attorney in Northern Virginia. We now have to wait for the district attorney to complete the investigation, he told Malkin in a recent interview. We don't know how long this is going to take. I'm going to play the video. Alright, so here's the guy who's going to shoot, and I just paused it as he says, "You're going to fucking die." I want to rewind it just a little bit and listen to the guy say, "You're going to fucking die." And that's the guy right here that's saying that.
Hey! He's gonna fucking kill you! You fucking hurt! Fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! He's gonna fucking kill you!
I'm gonna fucking kill you. This guy here is with a skateboard. Right? Oh, I guess he had a skateboard and knives or what? Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't see knives there.
Oh, fuck!
So yeah. Apparently, this guy was the aggressor, though. That we just didn't see it on a different camera. You know, with all those people there. Yeah. Ilhan Omar has paid her husband nearly $900,000 for consulting services. What's up, little girl?
I would like you to acknowledge Nola. Nola is one of your OG subscribers from back when you used to do Big Brother behind the screens.
What's up, Nola? How you doing? Did you come and check up on YouTube and like, hey, I remember that name. I'm gonna go check that guy out. Hold on, let me scroll up in the chat here and read. I mean, it's an OG. I mean, that's really OG. It's been a minute since I did Big Brother. What do you think about... Oh, you're the one that... Ilhan Omar's new bill. Okay. Hello, everyone. Shot his pregnant girlfriend, too. Oh, yeah. That was a different story. What the fuck? 1 million for 15 employees? Yeah, I know, right? First time catching a live stream. Been subscribed ever since you guys were doing Big Brother videos back in the day. And we actually did live streams of Big Brother back before YouTube had it. We had our own website. I had a camera. I had a really nice camera back in the day that had a firewire, and we hooked that shit up to the our web page, and we did our live streams from our web page. I think I even had a call-in number at one time. So yeah, it was pretty fun. And then I did the interview with Evil Dick, one of the contestants on Big Brother, which was like a very special thing for me at the time. And I still kind of think that was really cool, because CBS actually acknowledged me. Oh! Back in the day when I actually cared about, TV and what was going on. Let's see, subscribed 88. Okay, cool. What's that number, little girl? 1 million. Oh, so
15, yeah, the 1 million divided by 15 employees.
66,000 per employee. Wow. Yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted you to take.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Sometimes the chat's hard to keep up with. You guys are talkative, and I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. Yeah, I appreciate you sticking around for sure. You're welcome. I didn't see that. Me neither. Not on that one. I did see a skateboard, and then when he dropped the dude, there was no knives in his hand. So maybe it was a different guy, or maybe they were just wrong. That could be it too. But I'll tell you right now, a skateboard will fucking hurt me pretty good, if not kill you. Have you seen what they do to backs of police windows? Because I have. It was sad to hear about Maxwell's death next week. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a tragedy, especially with all them paper clothes and paper sheets that she's got. Guillermo Montoya's screen grabs out there. And yeah, I remember that. You remember the good? Yeah, those were fun times, man. Those were fun times. You remember Kyla, my daughter? She is now 19 years old, and she's living in Wisconsin again. That's where we did the show. We did the show from Wisconsin. Then we moved down to Arizona, and that we didn't do the show anymore. But yeah, she's 19 and she's married. That's sad. I miss her. Gabriel Montoya, there's screen grabs out there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that too, and now I'm curious. So, Representative Ilhan Omar has paid her new husband consulting firm, nearly $900,000 since 2018, according to records obtained by the New York Post. Omar has paid Tim Manette $878,930 in consulting fees since she first ran for Congress. This year alone, she has paid him $292,000 for digital advertising, fundraising, consulting, and research services according to the Federal Election Commission filings. There's so much corruption, man. And it's on both sides, too. Don't tell me that the Republicans don't do this, because a lot of them do. The whole career politicians is bullcrap. And she's, what, a freshman still, I think, in Congress? Wants to bring down the entire country. She thinks the country that saved her from the one that she came from and uplifted her all the way to, power in the United States Senate. That we're some evil country that needs to be dismantled and replaced. What are you going to replace it with? The same kind of shit you ran away from in your last country? I don't get it. Omar and Calfart Cortez. Is that the bill that that Nola was talking about, maybe?
I think so. They're wanting to defund the police and give reparations.
Yeah. Squad Dims what is that? Tlaib. Presley introduced bill to defund police, give reparations. House passed a sweeping police bill. Hold up. Police reform bill last month, but the legislation failed to move forward in the Senate. 2 congressional squad members unveiled a wide-ranging proposal Tuesday to defund police departments and establish a reparations program for African Americans and people harmed by the police in the criminal justice system. Representatives Rashid Tlaib of Michigan and Anna Presley of Massachusetts, both Democrats, announced the Breathe Act via a viral conference call. Both lawmakers are part of the Former Members Squad, a group of female progressive House members that includes Representative Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez of New York, Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. We can start to envision through this bill a new version of public safety, a new vision for public safety, one that protects and affirms black lives, Tlaib said, according to the New York Post. Oh, you know what? That does remind me. I want to bring up a tweet that, or not a tweet, it was a text message from a friend of mine, and it's kind of relevant to this story. So hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. This is on my phone. All right. So I'm going to just read it. But this is a tweet. This is a tweet from, Cortez, right? Actually, you can kind of read it right there. But I'm going to read it now. She deleted this tweet. Okay. And my friend told me to pass it around, so here I am passing it around. It is vital that governors maintain restrictions on businesses until after the November elections because economic recovery will help Trump be reelected. A few business closures or job losses is a small price to pay to be free from his presidency. #keep us closed. So there's something that should be shared around. And I don't know how to share it other than just telling you about it. So, because I'm not really on Facebook. I guess you could tweet that out on Parler for me, Riddle. Labor Union. Okay, I already read that one. Okay. We're almost done, guys. It's almost the weekend. Let's see. Wisconsin is where I'm living. We have a terrible governor here. He's been a politician all his life. He is worth $200 million. Politicians should never profit like this. Oh, there was a meme. There was a meme, and it was Johnny B who brought it up. So I'm gonna, because it plays right into this. I lived in Wisconsin for 10 years. We lived in Fond du Lac. That's where we did the Big Brother stuff. That's where my daughter was born, and that's why she wanted to go back so much. Because she has family from her mother's side over there that she wanted to be near.
Can you send me that tweet?
Yep. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to do that. All right, I'm gonna just send it to your Facebook Messenger because that's where I got it.
Okay.
All right. All right, I don't really remember. Oh yeah, you remember? You remember the story that we had where they were mandating only white people had to wear masks, but black people didn't have to wear the mask for the C virus? Meet the person responsible for that bill. This is Claire Hall, formerly known as Bill Hall. This is the commissioner in Lincoln County, Oregon, who mandated that face masks are required, but only if you're white. Oh my goodness. We'll play a little bit of this.
From @SlantsEST, meet Claire Hall, formerly known as Bill Hall. This is the commissioner in Lincoln County, Oregon, who mandated that face masks are required, but only if you're white. I thought this was a joke. This was not on my radar until today, getting ready for this. This is real. Here's a news article.
Yeah, we actually covered that a while back. Let's see. The Kaepernick thing. Yeah, he's talking about how it's against white supremacy, but then he has a picture here of his lovely white family. So, is it really for white supremacy, or are you just trying to get attention because you're a little crybaby whiny bitch? I've been in Appleton for 15 years bartending. All right, cool, man. Yeah, I know Appleton very well. We used to go up there all the time, and then EAA is up there all the time. I think it's EAA, right? Still, yeah, okay. It's been a few years. It's actually been, when did we move down here? 2011. So it's been almost 10 years, 9 years. And I grew up in Arizona, so I left Arizona when I was like 23. I came back when, 11 years ago. So most of my life I've lived here. I got some serious backlash from it and had to change it back. Wait. Yep, I did a video on it. Oh, you're talking about, can you text me? Okay. So Broken Patriot is that why you wanted the link, little girl? Yeah. Once again, I'm reading the chat backwards. Apologies. Okay. If you guys think the coronavirus is bad, you should see what governments do to unarmed citizens and then figure out why the Dems wanted to take your guns. Yeah, that one's a good one. This one's proven to be false. Well, armed police have become the enemy, and we would absolutely cut funding for law enforcement. Yeah, no, that was a meme. Most of these are memes. Oh, which one is it, though? Maybe it was an earlier one. No, it's definitely not that one. Huh, can't find it now. Oh, yeah. The Babylon Bee, it's kind of like the Onion, right? Apparently, this has something to do with a real story of Oklahoma becoming, how it's mostly Native American stuff. Sorry, I'm off topic now. Alright. I can't find it, and I forgot what I was even looking for. Holy shit! Thank you very much, Scott W. Send some freedom down range on me. Hell fucking yeah, bro. At least 10 rounds. Because 300 blackout is expensive as hell. Thank you very much. I will definitely be doing that. For sure. Okay. So the last video that I have here is, I don't know how much I'm going to play of this. Basically, the main gist is that a federal judge in New York, I think it's District 2, right, is saying that the governor's order to close down gun stores is fine. Because you can still buy a gun at Walmart or some other stores that are still open. So therefore, rights aren't totally being squashed. JPTV3 happens to me all the time. People will be thinking I'm crazy. Yeah.
So let's get back into this. All right. So a lot of states had to be sued into reopening their gun shops and anything related to the second. So that trend, unfortunately, is still going.
Hell yeah,
Some of the
I did, bro.
lawsuits are still going. And we just took one on the chin.
round.
Yesterday, the decision came out in New York. New York, for those who are keeping track, they're in the 2nd District. And a federal judge decided that King Andrew Cuomo was correct in saying that firearm-related businesses are non-essential, and he was correct in deciding to close them, thus denying people the ability to purchase firearms. And I'll tell you why. We'll get into this case a little bit here. But before I get into this, and don't forget, a couple weeks ago, the U.S. Supreme Court just disintegrated 10 cases, 10 legitimate Second Amendment challenges, because they just didn't want to take it up. They didn't want to have to make a rule that would be binding for a couple generations supporting the Second Amendment, right? Because the Chief Justice is a clown. But that decision by them, or lack thereof, if you've noticed, has kickstarted a renewed interest, a renewed fervor by the anti-gunners in, let's put bans everywhere. Let's try to ban drill presses, right? Let's try to ban gun-looking stickers.
All right, that's all I'm going to play that. If you want to check out the rest of that video, which I do kind of recommend, he goes into more detail on it. If you don't live in New York, it doesn't really affect you, but it does. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us get too complacent. We're like, well, that's in New York, obviously. That's going to happen there. And California's the same way, right? But really, we should be pissed, man. We got patriots out there who are, struggling to get by through all these regulations. I mean, just look at all the things that people in California have to go to. One of the channels that I'm subscribed to is Toflatermouse. I think that's how you pronounce it. They do the really super cool slow-mo shotgun testing, and sometimes other things too. Very interesting channel, but man, do they have to jump through a lot of hoops just because they live in California, and even some of them are law enforcement officers, so even they have to deal with that shit, I guess. Let's see, JP, what's your intel on underground cities in Las Vegas? Yeah, what is up with that? I don't know anything about that. Quasar says, hello, changes the look. Definitely changes the look. Yeah. Originally I had a flash can on it, which is a little bit shorter, right? With the suppressor on it, it is now 14 well, the barrel length would be 14 inches. If this was the end of the barrel, I measured it, it's about 14 inches. The barrel is 8.2, and I think the suppressor is right around 6 inches. Let's see. As Jared, the District 2 judge, said that Walmart can provide you with a gun needs. Small shops are, so should be closed. That gun is slick. Yeah. Thank you, Scott. That's exactly the story. So you watch that. That's Guns and Gadgets, if you didn't read. There's the suppressor. It's about the length of my hand, which I have short hands. But it's not horribly long. And the barrel tucks in to the rail a little bit. So yeah. Anywhere I can build info on it. On this, I did a video with my friend Glocker Bob. I went out to Texas with it back before I had this brace on it, and definitely before the suppressor, because I just picked up the suppressor today. I didn't make a video on me actually putting it together, but I did talk about it a little bit in that video. The lower and the upper are F1 firearms. So if you're interested in F1 firearms, that's F1 firearms. Let me go ahead and make it safe. There's nothing in the chamber, but I'll make it safe. The bolt carrier is also F1 firearms. It's their, I don't even know, I forget, it's titanium or something. It was a $300 bolt. It ain't cheap. The Hollow Sun green dot. All right, I got the flip up sights are Diamondback sights, and I've been a fan of Diamondback sights for a long time. I had some D45s. They're folding 45-degree angle flip out sights, which are really cool. I was one of the first people to get them, and that was really cool. I gave it to a buddy of mine though, but he passed, and I have his rifle now, so technically I have him back. Show the baffles. Can't. It's welded. So if you know anything about rifle suppressors, they don't come apart. You can't clean them out because they're self-cleaning. The baffles here are welded in. I can take the front cap off. I can do that for you. And then you can kind of see down the baffles. Riddle Girl is building a rainbow unicorn snowflake melter. That one's going to be badass. I do have some build videos on YouTube, but you know, YouTube and their rules now with building firearms, they've taken down a lot of my shit. So I doubt that I want to be putting anything about building it, but I can tell you what I have on it for sure. I mean, altogether, I probably, without the suppressor, probably $2,600. With the suppressor, $3,600. You need to build a pink black one for Riddle. Yeah, we're building her one. It's really nice. It's got a binary trigger. It can go full libtard, which is really cool. Really cool. The military has underground bases and tunnels for sure. Well, I mean, there is Area 51. They don't carry handgun ammo, including 5.56 and 7.32. Blood holes iron. The Earth's core is a magnet. JPTV3 is spitting facts. F1 produces very slick guns. That thing is going to cherry. This? No. The reason I got this suppressor is this is a Vox. Well, it's an energetic armament Vox S. This is made out of some space age stuff they use on, rockets. This at 7, I think it's at 700 or 800 degrees, is stronger than steel at room temp. It will not melt. It will not deform. The paint might come off. I don't know. We'll see. I do plan on putting this through its paces. I have a 150 round magazine drum and I'm not saying beta mags are 100 rounds and they fail. I have a 150 round saw mag that I used to use for my 223 5.56, but will work with 300 black, so I might do that. We came from the inside of the earth out. Okay, your theory? Hey, everybody's entitled to their theory. Got a Foztech in that? Riddle Girls is a Foztech binary. Yeah. The Foztech is in mine. Yep. Mine, mine does not have a Foztech. Mine is just a. Light came on. Mine is just a 3-pound Timney trigger. The Timney trigger was in a different rifle build, but I decided to. It was a skeletonized trigger, so I had to put it in here. So I got a different trigger for my other AR. Riddle Girl's gonna share something apparently.
Once we have all the parts, the rest of this will come together, but that's kind of a preview of what I'm going with.
Yeah, it's all rainbowy.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. There is an after chat. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. If you're interested in coming and being on and actually talking with us back and forth instead of typing, we are gonna be doing that for probably an hour. So I encourage anybody to come and check that out. Riddle Girl will be dropping a link in the chat and that you can come and check out, and you can join right away if you want, but I'm not going to accept you until I'm done with the chat, but we'll be there for an hour. We can talk more about guns or whatever, right? Quasar, you got, okay, or that Foztech in mine. That gun is great. Sorry, on my phone. Words get skipped, no problem. Oh, and by the way, if you're on a phone or a laptop or a tablet, it's just a link. It's very easy. You just click yes to your webcam or whatever cam you have on your phone or your tablet or a computer, and then it's just a really easy thing to do. Really easy to do. So if you want to after chat, I would suggest clicking on it, and we'll hang out. What if the real FEMA camps are 3 miles underground in a military base? I don't know. Get me some conspiracy theories on that one, and maybe we'll talk about it. Oh, shit. I was going to show you the baffles. Hold up. I don't know. The camera is not the greatest here. So there's the last baffle. One thing I was kind of surprised at is the hole is not completely round. It is almost like a key mod, which is interesting. Yeah, and the lighting's really bad. Sorry about that. I show my armor off. Cool. I do have armor now. I have level 4 plates. I did not show it off. If you want, come to the after chat. I'll show you my armor. Over 1,000 immigrant children missing from the border cages. Oh yeah? Did they all get sent home? I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, give it a thumbs down. If you're not already subscribed, consider on doing so. There are links in the descriptions below. Go check them out. The first one is for the video that plays before I go live, Adam Lawson's Light Beneath the Lie. Another one is from my buddy Irish USMC Vet. He's got a GoFundMe set up. He's trying to make a place where veterans can come and learn a new skill, like blacksmithing or gardening, and totally rent-free. They basically work for their room and board. And the last one is projectrecover.org. That's a great organization that goes out, tries to find lost, fallen service members and return their remains to their families. Those are all great causes that I believe in and support. And if you're looking for something to support and believe in, you can't go wrong, in my opinion, with either one of those. With that being said, that's all I got for you. Join us for the after chat. And until Monday, make sure you keep your family close. Watch out for the government and all the tyranny that it is trying to impart on you. And remember to try to live free as much as you can in this crazy, messed up world. Until Monday, I'll see you later. Thank you very much. Peace.